morning, folks. As the eagle-eyed above you will notice by the clock, it's actually afternoon. I did an intro to this video earlier this morning, which I wasn't too happy about, so I thought I'd redo it. This is the redo. Right, plan for today. Myself and Papa Smurf are off for a little trip up to the Silver Fox Cafe on the A48 just past Newham. Have some breakfast, and then we're going to switch bikes. He is going to ride the Brian with a plan to do a review on it. Oh, where are we? Oh, there we are. Sorry, I'm missing gears. Yeah, he plans to do a review on the Brian. I am going to ride his Harley. It's an 883 Sportster, and I have never ridden a Harley in my entire life, so I am popping my Harley cherry. In fact, I have ridden the bike, but you're going to have to watch the video to find out what I think of it. Like I said, I wasn't happy with my first intro, so I was redoing this one instead. Right, folks, I'm outside the Silver Fox Cafe, just had a lovely breakfast, and I'm riding Papa Smurf's Harley 883 Sportster, I believe. I'll check. No, let's have a look. Ignition on, because it's keyless. I have never ridden a Harley in my life, so this will be a new one. Why is it not starting? Something I need to know. Won't start in gear. Okay. Very, very odd. It's got drag bars on it. A forward control, so help. Well, at least I can touch the floor on the thing, unlike his T7. Clutch is nice and light. Front brake's good. Here we go. Well, it's got a lot of go in it, I'll give it that. Very odd having forward control spines. And quite loud. Okay, first impressions of a Harley. Different. Yeah, it's got the Cinderfoot. Front brake's nice. Back brake, not so much. God, this thing feels weird on the corner. Switch off, thank you. My leg keeps getting vibrated by the air cleaner on the right hand side, which I'm not fussed on. Okay, this would just take a bit of getting used to, but it's not a bad ride. The seat is very comfortable, suspension is firm but reasonably comfortable. These mirrors, they take a bit of getting used to as well, because they're below the handlebars. See, it handles quite well, it's just me, I'm just... not in a comfy position, shall we say. It's not what I'm used to. And I'm not used to such a loud engine either. I say engine, it's the exhaust note that's loud, not the engine. There's not a massive amount of vibration in it. There's some, as you'd expect, it's a big V-twin. Yeah, you don't expect silky smooth in a big V-twin. Vibration through the bars is minimal. Oh, look at that, Harley owner's room. I'm not sure if I should be listening to the theme tune from Easy Rider or the Black Widows. Right turn, Clyde. Okay, I'm in 5th gear, I think, and I'm pulling through the bends quite comfortably at 40 miles an hour. Impressive. Sure, I actually quite like this. It's a nice bike. It's comfortable. It's got plenty of go in it, in all fairness, but I mean, it's only an 883 with whatever brake horsepower these things come with. I have no idea. Oh, down the box, down the box. I'll find out some specs off Jonathan later. Little Dean, and I shall put them on the screen once I got some details, because I don't even know what it's called. I know it's an 883 and it's a Sportster. Yeah, it's got a lot of go in it for a small motor. I know they're not very powerful, 50-60 brake horse or something. It goes really well. Slow speed manners are okay. You know, nothing to complain about. Feels a little bit bouncy on the front end, I've got to be fair. Where are we going? Oh, we're going right. I'm not a fan of these indicators where you got left on the left handlebar and right on the right handlebar. I'm used to one or t'other. I tell you what, I do feel a bit of an idiot wearing an adventure lid on a Harley. 3rd gear, woohoo! 30 mile an hour. I must have been in, well, I said I was in 5th, I must have been in 4th. Oh, I know this road. It says national speed limit, but you're into a sharp right hand bend just on the corner. Folks, what do we think of the Harley? First time I've ever ridden one. Not a bad experience, in all fairness. Takes a lot of getting used to. The brakes can be a little bit wooden, I suppose the best phrase to put it, but they work quite well. The power delivery from the engine is fantastic. The gearbox, no worse than my BM. A little bit clunky, but it's a big old motor with big metal parts. You know, we're talking large lumps of heavy metal flying around inside that motor. Handling, it's okay. Obviously it's not sports bike handling, but it's very good for what it is, in all fairness. Now why we're doing 40 mile an hour in a national speed limit, I have no idea, but there we go. So the riding position on this particular one is not, it's okay, but I don't think I could live with it permanently, not for long distances and such like. It's just not for me. Then that's just a matter of changing handlebars or foot pegs or something, you know. This is a bit of an agricultural vehicle, as all Harleys are. But then there's a lot to be said for simple and basic. That's what I love about my Himalayan. It's a nice bike to ride. It is nice. It takes some getting used to. I do understand to a degree why some people go fanatical about them. As I say, apart from the so-called prestige of I own a Harley bullshit, as I like to put it, I can see why they like the bike for what it is. I think those loud pipes would get on my nerves after a bit, I must be honest. But yeah, I can appreciate what it is now. It's not uncomfortable. It's quite a nice bike to ride in general. Would I own one? I don't know. Possibly as a second or third bike. Couldn't be my only bike because I like to travel at pace, shall we say, and I like my corners, and I don't think the Harley is up to what I would want it to do. I'm sure there are others that can cope with what I want to do, but for me personally, I don't think I would have the confidence in this kind of bike to do what I do on things like the BMW. So yes, I possibly would own one as a second or third bike. I couldn't warrant the expense of some of them. I think they're just ridiculously overpriced. But again, that's just my opinion. Please remember, all this is my opinion. Doesn't necessarily mean it's fact. Where are we going? Where are we going? Straight on. Yes, very nice bike. I recommend you test ride one before you buy, so you know what you're letting yourself in for. I've got no complaints about the Harley itself. It's just not my cup of tea sort of thing. It doesn't suit my purposes for a main bike. But it's been quite a pleasure to ride. It's been an experience I've really enjoyed. I didn't get on with the T7 at all, the Tenere. Cracking bike, but I just couldn't get on with it. This one I feel much more comfortable on, much more confident. Still not to the confidence level that I would like. But it is pretty close. I suppose I haven't ridden it for a few weeks, I probably would have a lot more confidence in it. So there we go. That's my first ride impressions review, call it what you will, of Harley Davidson 883 Sportster. Well, but we haven't really had a chance to look her up because I keep getting stuck behind slow cars. And I've got to say a massive thank you yet again to Papa Smurf. Don't forget his channel, Papa Smurf on 2 wheels. I've got to say a massive thank you to Papa Smurf for letting me borrow his bike and trusting me with it. It's been fun. Been quite an enjoyable experience. One I would repeat again sometime. Maybe with different handlebars. Well, there we go, folks. That's it. That's enough for today. I'm gonna have to find something to pull over, hand him his bike back now before he thinks I'm keeping it. And as always, please do like, share, subscribe, all the usual rubbish. And whatever you are doing, most important, be safe, ride safe and have fun. I'm just watching this car, make sure they don't pull across my nose. And of course, for Mrs. Grumps, toodles! Where are we? Yep, that'll do for someone to pull in.